Good evening, gentlemen. It's Steady Eddie here. It's Tuesday night. It's 9 o'clock. The weather's lousy. It's Britain. It's, things aren't always going the way you want them to go, but never mind. Never mind. Anyway, I'm here. And if you're watching this on replay, then hello, good evening, and welcome, okay, to the Steady Eddie show. So nice to see you all here anyway. Chaz Brown, good evening, Chaz. Richard, oh, that's enough of the Eurovision. How's that and everyone? Is the Eurovision Song Contest on now? Is it really on now? Is that bearded woman made an appearance again? Crypto Chris Card, nice to hear from you. Leo Malley, nice to hear from you. I believe you're in somewhere nice and sunny and exotic. Good for you. Damon is here. Even Mr. Ed, hope all is well. Just put on my long johns on again. Well, it is nearly middle of May. You just got to love the UK. I think we're in Britain. There's only one rule, isn't there, with the weather? You get what you're given. Usually we've had a little bit of a sunny spell by now, but everyone's a bit, quite depressed with the weather. But never mind. Nice to see you here, Damon. Michael Janaeus, nice to see you here, mate. Leo Malley, watching from Panglao Island, Bohol, Philippines. Wow, that sounds good. Panglao Island. I've been to Bohol, but I haven't been to the other one. But sceneries is here. Bottle Baby, Steady Tuesday. David. David Coleman. Hey, Eddie, let's find a good one tonight. No kings. No, we're not going to mention, the coronations and what we've done all that now. It's all history and anyway. We said what we want to say about it tonight. I haven't really got any plans about what we're going to talk about tonight. So hopefully, we'll have a little bit of a discussion. But I do want to sort out this thing. Get that off the bloody screen. I do want to sort out this thing here, whether I can use this for the phone in. Obviously, I done a phone in the other night briefly. There was two people who phoned up, which was very, very helpful. But obviously the sound, I put it on last week, the sound wasn't very, very good. But I'm working on that. I'll have to find a device to increase the volume of the sound on this thing. But I'll put the number on the screen again. And if anyone wants to phone in and say something about whatever, as long as it's nothing defamatory about anyone, then feel welcome to do so. Bilbao Kelso is here. Okay. Neil Fleet, hi Ed, nice evening here in Wavertree. Okay, nice to hear from you. London Cab Thailand is here. Nice to hear from you, mate. Singapore Dan. David Coleman, I haven't seen the news today. I haven't actually seen the news today. Is this been on the news now? I didn't see it. Charles Brown, no time for that Eurovision nonsense. Oh, the Eurovision is okay. It's good, but it took the Mickey out of me and all the other millions of viewers last time I watched it, which was about 7 years ago, something like that. Because I was enjoying the show. I was watching it with some friends. We were enjoying the show. Nice sort of cabaret, nice entertainment, a bit of razzmatazz, good show. And then they took the Mickey out of all of us right at the end, by proclaiming that a man dressed up as a woman with a beard was the winner. If that isn't taking the Michael, you know what I mean? What a load of crap. Delayed Dave. Oh yeah, Delayed Dave is here, even from Ohrid in Macedonia, off to Albania in a few days. Hey, that sounds good. So, maybe in the summertime, I might be out that way myself. We'll see about that. But that sounds good. Good for you, mate. Anyway, good for you, Dave. Chaz Brown, I just mowed my lawn before a thunderstorm sent me running this afternoon. Oh, and that was awful. Tony Solo, hi, I'll be in Pangaloo next week. Good for you, mate. Good for you. Kipax, looking lovely tonight, Eddie. Okay, fine. Thank you. You never know. I might go the whole hog and actually iron the shirt for once. You know what I mean? Seamus, Sean Harris. Yeah. David Coleman is saying, I'd love to phone in, but how much will it cost me from Canada? Well, I'm with EE, and I've got to pay as you go. And, if from England, it's, I don't know, regular mobile phone charges, but I don't know how much it would cost from other countries. I really, really don't know that. Sean Adams, hey, Lulu or Sandy Shore? Oh, I think Sandy Shore. Sandy Shore. Definitely. She was like kind of sexy, wasn't she? She sang songs with no shoes on, no, in a bare feet. Oh, definitely Sandy Shore. Let's see. Seamus Doherty's here. Wilfredo Di Jesus. That's a good name. I put down the screen. Wilfredo Di Jesus. That is such a good name. Hello, mate. Oh my God! Guess who's made a comeback? Guess who's? I'm going to drink. I'm going to drink a little bit of hot chocolate before I answer this one. Oh, there you go. Lisa Dale is in the house. The one and only Lisa Dale. How are you, Lisa? You dirty, sweaty cow. Well done for giving up the booze. Just give up the prostitution now. You're on your way to redemption. Amen. May the devil be with you, Lisa. Anyway, have you had any big Gambian sausages lately? I bet you have. I bet your fanny's sore. You're still itching from it. Anyway, Kipax is here. Okay. Paul Hoskin, I've had a few bearded women in Sickle. Definitely not for me. Vietnam Viking, nice and early here in Da Nang, but going to be a nice 28 degrees later. Oh, good for you, mate. Good for you. I went to Da Nang, and it's a curious mix of a half-built city with a burgeoning beach resort. It didn't quite do for me, but a lot of people like Da Nang. It's definitely got its good points about it. Let's see, Leo Malley. The e-travel pass you need to fill out online to enter Philippines is now need to depart Philippines. Oh, Jesus Christ. Leo Malley, the e-travel pass you need to fill out online to enter the Philippines is now needed to depart Philippines as well. Absolute bonkers. Oh, that puts me off there. I don't like red tape, all of that red tape rubbish. I don't like that at all. Really, really, that's not good. That's not good. They're not doing themselves any favors with that. David Coleman, man with a beard and a dress. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Kipax, we love you, Lisa. Okay. Richard, though, who else has got the heating on? Funnily enough, I mean, this is the first day when I don't feel like putting the heating on. So something's happening anyway. Stu Yule, evening out from 31 Celsius Tampa. Sounds nice. Good for you. Yeah, Paul Hoskins wants to go dogging with Lisa. Lisa, are we going dogging later? Oh, she'll be out on the prowl. She'll be out on the prowl. She'll be dogging somewhere. In Thailand till I die. Eden Eddie, nice polo shirt, genuine or fake. I haven't got a bloody clue. I bought it at a market, either in Thailand or Cambodia or Turkey. So what do you think? It's probably fake, but it's comfortable anyway. I'll have to get round to iron. I can't stand iron. I can't bloody stand that. Oh yeah, Dave the Rave. Leo Malley, only Filipino residents needed to depart, not foreigners. Okay. David Coleman, Lisa is back. Yeah, absolutely. We all love Lisa. Delayed Dave. I love Lisa. Can you put a good time in for me? She's had this. I think she's had enough of the good times. KD, no, not yet, mate. Let's see, Bottle Baby. That was a great salutation to Lisa. Okay. Richard O. Is that a Mike Shopping Mall t-shirt, Ed? I can't remember. This is years old. That bloody hot chocolate's nice. It's nice. Very, very nice. Delayed Dave wants a date with Lisa. Okay, there you go, Lisa. You got a fan there. Yeah, you're on for one, Lisa. Ginger Joe. Ginger Joe, hi Eddie, mate. Hope you are well. Martin Ryder, evening mongers. Lisa, okay. Hard Tulip is it? Nice to hear from you, Hard Tulip. Nice to hear from you, Garrett. Let's see now. Sean Harris, Ed, did you go up any mountains when you were in South America? Machu Picchu. Yeah, Machu Picchu. Okay. I was yeah. Can I get this one up here? Can I get this up? Can I get this up? No, I don't think I'm working on it. Yeah. Can I get this up there? Can I get that up? No, that won't get up. But yeah, I have got an image of Machu Picchu in Peru and somewhere. I sometimes use it there, for the background. The paperwork for the Philippines is also your baggage declaration. It only takes 5 minutes. That's simple. So quicker when you land. Okay. Richard O. Any news on the Thailand arrival departure tax coming in? I'm not up to date with that. I'm not really up to date with that. We discussed those kind of things on the other channel. Yeah, but Damon says Thailand is talking about 1,000 baht departure tax. Now that is taking a mickey. Jesus Christ. I mean, it's all taking a mickey, mate. I mean, if they're going to go down that road, it's not going to do them any favors. 1,000 bloody baht. That's about 25 quid in English money. That's taking a mickey there. Yeah, Mister, sat on my strongest, best glasses I inherited 25 years back. 25 years, 1,000 a month health insurance, and not just one of them. Hi, Ed. Oh, okay. Nice to hear from you, Mister. Anyway, nice to hear from you. Kiki and Jasmine on the Trail of Love. You look $1 million since you went on the wagon. Fair play to you, mate. The way things are going in Thailand, you need a bloody $1 million to visit that place. 1,000 baht. But anyway, thanks anyway, Kiki. Anders Bergen, nice to hear for you. David Coleman, are you happy with your new internet? Yeah, I am happy. Even when I put the other laptop, link it into a TV, somehow the picture is so much better and clearer. So yeah, I'm very, very happy. And I uploaded a couple of videos to my third channel, Steady Eddie Music Box. And I was amazed at how fast it done it. I mean, it's really, really good. Definitely improvement on the other one. Yeah, let's see. Paul Loskin, Lisa could do a phone in with Ed. I'm sure she's had plenty of Ed recently. I think she's probably given Ed at this very moment, the dirty bitch. Yeah, sceneries. I seen a stream earlier about the departure tax. Apparently it's being scrapped. Okay. Yeah, Peter Blue. Peter Blue, how's it going? You look a lot better now. You've given up the demon drink. I feel a lot better. It's like it's 5 weeks since I've been off the booze. I haven't touched it, and before that, I sort of weaned my way off it. So I'm really thrilled. I am really, really thrilled. I really, 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 really thrilled because I don't want to be. I don't want to. I'm just thrilled that I'm off the booze. To be honest with you, it hasn't got a hold of me anymore. You know what I mean. Martin Ryder. I did Machu Picchu, got the train from Cusco, yeah, good city, while all the hippies walked. I waved them with a can of Inca beer from the train. Yeah, Cusco is a beautiful city. I spent Christmas there some years ago, and Cusco is a lovely city. Now, when you're in Cusco, the altitude obviously is very, very bad, but you tend to think when I go to Machu Picchu, it's going to get worse. It doesn't, because Cusco is about 3 3/4 kilometers above sea level, whereas Machu Picchu is about 2 3/4. So Machu Picchu is actually 1,000 meters less than Cusco. So it's actually quite easy when you get there. Really, well worth a visit. Well worth a visit. David Coleman, Eddie, you look 100% better not drinking. We can all say, okay, that is fine. That is fine. Thank you for your kind words, everybody. David Coleman did 6 months. Yeah, put that on the screen. David Coleman, I went to Machu Picchu in Peru, loved it. Peru is a great country to visit. I did 6 months in South America. I did as well, but I think in terms of like the raw-edged, authentic, and the most kaleidoscopic landscape, I think Bolivia beats it. I think Bolivia is absolutely superb. You know, I mean, really, really marvelous. Let's see, Katie, how do you compare democracy between Latin America and Asia? Well, it's not. I mean, you go to South America for other reasons. You go there for the marvelous landscape and all the wonders of like Iguazu Falls and the Christ in Rio and the Amazon and Machu Picchu and the wonderful Bolivian roads. There's some lovely ladies out there, but it's not like it's not like what you get in Thailand. Really, it's not as Thailand is easy land, whereas South America, I mean, it's not really the same. It requires a lot more effort. Oh, that's very, very nice. Very, very nice. London Cab Thailand. What would you do, Ed, if someone rings you and says, "Play Misty for me"? I would run like a rabbit. Well, if she looked like this, let's see. Can we get it on the screen? Can we get it on the screen? If she looked like that, I wouldn't say no. I tell you what, she was absolutely wonderful, Jessica Walters. Am I right in saying that was that her first film? I'm sure I had. So I can't believe that because she was absolutely amazing. But am I right in thinking that what I read that was her first film? But she stole the show from Clint. But to be fair, Clint, that was his first movie as director, and he made a wonderful job. And as a star, Clint was wonderful in it. I actually think he allowed her to steal the film from her. She was absolutely mega. I know what's her name, the blonde one in it. She was maybe more beautiful, but Jessica Walters, terrific actress, played a marvelous. Oh, I wouldn't say no to that. Definitely not. Where are we now? Okay. Let's see, delayed day, cheapest chips here in the Balkans, Eddie. I'm struggling to spend 50 quid a day. And I'm delayed day, cheapest chips here in the Balkans, Eddie. I'm struggling to spend 50 quid a day. And that includes accommodation, food, beer, and transport around the region by bus. Well, that sounds bloody good, mate. That sounds good. That sounds great. Well, you don't keep telling us about it, mate. That sounds really. I've been looking at stuff like that. For the summertime, I've been looking at somewhere like that. Sounds bloody good, mate. Sounds good. Yeah, have a good time. Crypto Chris guys, save the booze for holiday. Let's see, Bilbao Council. Ed, do people know that there for many years they paid a departure tax of 700 baht that is included in your flight cost? Well, I didn't know that. Let's see now. Where are we now? Let's see. I do believe in fairies. Eduardo, can you do a Norman Collier impression? I could. You need the microphone. Yeah, absolutely, or something like that. He done with the faulty microphone. People still remember him all these years later. I think he was probably a good comedian, but he was remembered for and also the chicken impersonation he done. I couldn't attempt that. Richard, oh, your live stream with David R was good on the other channel, or was it this channel? Was it this? No, it was the other channel. I mean, David R has been on the other channel quite a lot, and he likes coming on. He's a good guest, and he was in Bangkok. He had a bit of a stomach upset, and he did tell us about it. But I think he's on his way back to the States right now. Anyway, at least he's had a good holiday. Anyway. David Coleman, too many people in Costco bother you to buy shit all the time. Yeah, I mean, they have those you know, they carry those paintings around with them, don't they? And they strike up a conversation. One of the things in Costco, they basically say, "Oh, I know you, my friend. I met you last night, didn't I? No, you bloody." They'll just do anything to strike up a conversation. Yeah, they are a bit of a pain. And also, you know, when you get the shoe shine ones, I mean, be careful if you agree to a shoe shine because he'll fix a low price. I can't remember what it was. You'll sit there like, and he'll start shining one of your shoes. And, this young kid said to me, he shined one of my shoes, and then he said to me, "Okay, do you want the other one doing as well?" That's another. Yeah, you know, it was per shoe that the price that he quoted me. Cheeky little bastard. Cheeky little bastard. Mister, government does not want peasants driving, so recommends repairers. Oh yeah, I think this is all about, you know, controlling us and keeping us in the one place. Sean Adders, are trains or buses better to travel in South America? Well, I'd say the buses because that's what I used. I used it, but I used the buses. A lot of them, some of them, especially in Argentina, their buses are overnight buses are first class. And Argentina is a massive country, and like you know, there's very very little population there outside of Buenos Aires. It's like first class travel with their buses, and but you know, it's a big place. I was doing like you know 18, even a 20-hour journey through yeah through Argentina and Brazil. Bolivia has got the rickety old buses and they're painted in psychedelic colours and all that wonderful stuff. But I don't really the trains. I think the only train I can remember was going to Machu Picchu. But if you're traveling around South America, buses definitely buses are better. Paul Oscar, since the internet started, the world's going mad. No, it was going mad long before that. Don't forget, about 40 years ago, you know, we all, you know, thought that there was going to be a nuclear war sooner or later. You know, Ronald Reagan and the what's his name, the Russian counterpart. You know, they were at each other's throats, weren't they? And we all thought it's a matter of bloody time before. Yeah, you know, we're lucky to make it to the 1990s. So things cooled down after that. So I don't know. The world's always been a bit mad. It's always been a bit crazy. Damon, Ed, I saw the £1,000 departure tax on the Thai news yesterday. Maybe it's just chit chat. Let's hope so. It's well, it's bloody ridiculous. That sounds a bit absurd, really. I do believe in fairies. Your internet's too good. Okay. David Coleman, I had a beautiful 19-year-old in Lima. Oh my God, so nice. So nice. Yeah, good for you, mate. Good for you. Good for you. Ah, Tulip. I do like a drink. This is Gareth. I do like a drink. Some say that Billy Blues videos got bored when he was sober 2 years ago. When he got sober 2 years, no, he's sober now. I do enjoy drinking while on holiday in town. Ed's biggest video was with that woman drunk in Cambodia. Ed's biggest video. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't my biggest video. Not by a long, not by a long way. But I mean, Billy Blue, Cheap Charlie, he's cool. He is cool. He's a great vlogger and live streamer. He's terrific. So well done for them for care. Yeah, you know, for kicking the booze. Good for them. Ah, Sheila, good movie. She played the part well. Let's see, Paul Harrison. Nice to hear from you. Sean Harris, do South American ladies look different depending on what country they're from? For example, Thai versus Cambodia. Yeah, of course they look, especially in Brazil because they're like it. They're like a mixed race. You know, they're a cross between yeah, you know, the indigenous you know Indians who were there before the Portuguese colonized the place, and they also have an African influence. And Bolivian women look totally different. They look quite distinct. And Argentina women are absolutely beautiful, and yeah, you can notice the difference. Think about the Brazilians. I can notice the skin tone. I met a Brazilian girl where I live here, some years ago. She was like a student, and you know, I said to her, "What part of Brazil do you come from?" And she said, "How do you know that I'm from Brazil?" Well, because you can tell the skin tone. It's got like a reddish tint in it with the Brazilians, but they are beautiful. I mean, lovely. Oh, some lovely women out there. I do believe in fairies. Can you do a normal? Oh, whatever. We've done that. Who's this? Bottle baby. David Dow looked a bit rough. Well, he was recovering from an illness, wasn't he? He was recovering from an illness. Anders Bergman. I've only heard good things about the Balkan countries. Okay, well, yeah, absolutely. You know, I've definitely considered that. After what Dave said, that sounds really great. Sean Harris, what did you think of the Clint Eastwood movie, The Beguiled? It was a good movie. That was actually a collaboration with Don Siegel. He also made Dirty Harry, Two Mules with Sister Sarah, Coogan's Bluff. I would consider that. Some people said The Beguiled was the best movie, really. No, it wasn't. I mean, Clint belongs in action movies like Dirty Harry. But The Beguiled was a very, very intelligent and very, very watchable movie. And it was nice to see Clint playing the baddie for once, wasn't it? Ian Bowden, I had a fab walk today from Waterloo to Primrose Hill, then onwards to Clapham Junction for my train home. London is a fab city. Good for you, mate. Look, I mean, London is a great city to visit. It's not necessarily a good city to live in, unless, of course, you're in the right job, you got loads of money and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I felt out of place there, but good for you anyway. Nice to hear from you, Ian. Paul Hoskins being smutty again. David Coleman, I got the same shoe shining scam when I was in Guatemala. I've never been there. I've heard that that's a really quite a spectacular country. Super Adventures, Eddie. It's true you can't trust a guy called Steve. That was a joke. I said, you know, some time ago, didn't I? What names of people do you not trust? And I said, Steve. A lot of Steves that I've known, there are always people who want to bloody borrow money off you. I'm sure there's many great Steves in the world, but you know, any Steve that I met, I'll be suspicious of them. Toby Price, Thunder and Lightning in Chombury. Chombury's there. Off to bed now, mate. Have a good stream. Okay, thank you. He's in Thailand there. Kiki and Jasmine, Argentina is in a pitiful state right now. Inflation is running over 100% in Argentina. They've had problems with their economy for Jesus Christ for years. Even before I went there, they were ripping cash points, ATMs out of the wall. I mean, Argentina is actually quite a safe country. It's actually quite a safe country as long as you watch your luggage and all this kind of stuff. And also, I know those buses. I said that those buses are like first, yeah, you know, like first world buses. They're very, 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 very nice buses to travel through the country. But if you have a laptop, be careful where you put it, you know, and your luggage, because someone might nick it. I know I met a couple who had their luggage, their laptop stolen while they were on a bus in Argentina. So you just got to be careful there. Art Tulip, Gorbachev, he was the good guy. He came later. Sean Harris, Frankie Goes to Hollywood, 2 times video. Anyone remember that? How can I forget it? Every time I switched the bloody radio on or went to a nightclub, they were playing it. Great song, though. Yeah, Crypto Chris says, if there's 700 baht tax already included in the ticket price, then it's only 300 baht more. Okay. Let's see. David Coleman, there's some really good first-class buses in South America. Like being on a plane. Good food also. Well, Argentina, I thought they had the best buses. Definitely. Let's see. Ian Bowden. I had Nigerian street food first at Lower Marsh Street. Ended up in Battersea Brewery for 2 halves. Great day. Adventure is great. Are you missing your adventures? Yeah. Yeah, suppose so. But I'm just relaxing for now. Anyway, I'm not in a rush right now. Haste, to make a decision. But Nigeria, that sounds good. That sounds bloody good. You obviously know London a lot better than I got to know it. Barry, for me, standards. Thank you, mate. Let's see. Paul Harrison, there won't be an entry or departure tax. They had a survey because their laws say they must, but there won't be any taxes. Okay. Martin Ryder, any travel plans? Not right now. I haven't decided on anything, but you never know. Something might come along soon. Martin Ryder, South American women have great legs. Yeah, they have great, other womanly bits as well. David Coleman, I had a village girl in the Amazon jungle. She stayed with me for a week. I was in the Amazon. I stayed in a jungle lodge in the rainforest. The thing about the rainforest is that it's not called the rainforest for nothing. It does rain a lot there. And once you've been going through the rainforest, for about half an hour, you think, what happens next? And it all tends from the ground. It all tends to look the same. But I had a village girl in the Amazon. It wasn't Sandra, was it? Sandra from the Amazon. I was with Sandra from the Amazon. She looked just like Maria Carey. Absolutely beautiful. Citizen Mikey, do you think the Brazilian women are the best looking in South America? Well, not all the time. I mean, there's some scruffy ones there, and there's some overweight ones as well. But when you say a Brazilian woman, there are some truly beautiful, beautiful Brazilian women. Absolutely, absolutely. And there's some beautiful Argentinian women as well. But the thing is, those two, with regards to women, those two countries have very, very different attitudes. In Brazil, the girls there try and show as much flesh as possible. They wear, tight tops with, cleavage showing and all the rest of it. They like showing lots of flesh. Whereas Argentina, it's very, very different. They dress in a more conservative way. And I seem to recall they wear a lot of dark clothing as well in Argentina. Whereas Brazil is much more colourful. So, if you pass those places, you will see real differences between them. Let's see. Hard tulip. London has its dodgy areas also. I tend to stick to central London. London has dodgy areas also. I tend to stick to central London. Okay. Absolutely. Any city does. Citizen Mikey. Eddie, do you ever think you'll visit Japan? I was looking at Japan. I was looking at something on Japan. It doesn't, I mean, maybe it's probably a wonderful country to visit, but it doesn't actually look that exciting, really. It doesn't really look that exciting to me. Not really. So I don't know. I mean, no plans. I mean, in order to want to go somewhere, you've got to be really enthusiastic about it. But to go all that way, it's probably an amazing place. I love what John Cleese said about, no, not John Cleese. What was his name? The DJ. John Peel. What John Peel said about Japan. He said he always wanted to go to Japan because he felt that Japan was as close as you could get on planet Earth to feeling like you're on another planet. He said, and it really lived up to that. And but then I think Bangkok often has that feeling that you're on another planet. So I thought there's not really about Japan that would really make me want to go there. But maybe people know better. Martin Ryder, thoughts on Penny Mordaunt at the coronation? I didn't say it. If it's the one I'm thinking of, yeah, I wouldn't say no. Ian Bowden, rumours that Frankie Goes to Hollywood are regrouping for a performance. Did you like them? Well, I liked them, but were they genuine? Because as far as I know, I heard that it wasn't them that played the instruments, and the main. It was like the producer Trevor Horn. He was mainly the one who was responsible for a lot of the stuff. So I don't believe they were a genuine group, and they didn't last very long, did they? I mean, You know, they were around, they were mega in 1984, and come 1985, they'd gone down the Swanee River. And that Holly fella, I mean, he was a bit annoying then. I mean, they were a great band, but I don't really think they were that genuine. Damon, Ed, going back to Thailand in 2 weeks' time. I saw your video in Prime Burger in Soybeca. Oh, Prime Burger, yeah. Is it where it is? Is it worth it? I always looked at a place but never tried it. Well, I'm not the biggest fan of burgers, but that is quality. Prime Burger, yeah, absolutely, definitely. That really, really is quality. It was a lovely burger. I don't think they sell alcohol there, but you know the burger itself is wonderful. And I seem to recall there wasn't that many fries there, but yeah, definitely worth it. Not cheap, but well worth a visit. Absolutely. Yeah, Donald Trump's in the house. Good evening. Yeah, Don 1560. Internet, would you ever do a tour of the smaller Thai cities? Well, I think I have done. To be honest with you, I found some of those smaller Thai cities to be a little bit dull. You have to be a real hardcore culture enthusiast to really appreciate them. They're they're interesting, but they're not really a lot of fun. I mean, Chiang Mai. I've been to Chiang Mai a few times, and it's a nice city, but I wouldn't go over the top about it. But some of the other places, like what was the one I was in? Chumpon. I was in Chumpon early last year, and I didn't really think much of it. I just thought maybe because it was coming out of lockdown, that didn't help because there was no bars open or anything. But I was kind of glad to get out of the place. Maybe there are some better, smaller Thai places, but I wasn't really enthusiastic about them. Sean Harris. Ed, what did you think of the two-tone music of the late 70s, early 80s? Well, some of it was all right, but some of it was bloody boring. I mean, the Specials done a few good songs, didn't he? The Specials done a few good songs, but one of the groups, The Beat. Every time I switched the radio on, I heard The Beat, and I thought they were bloody boring. And what was it, Selector? And all, oh, nothing. I didn't think much of it. The Specials were all right, though. Ah, Tulip was it Brezhnev before Gorbachev? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I believe it was. Gorby was the good guy. Damon, never trust a person called Steve. Yours Travels is called. Yeah, and I know. Well, some Steves are good. Yours Travels did tell me that. He said my name's Steve, but I didn't mean all Steves. I just meant a lot of the ones that I've met. Yours Travels is cool. He's a good Steve. He is. Seamus Doherty. Did you see the trailer of the new movie Oppenheimer? No, I haven't seen that one. I haven't seen that one. I've been watching a lot of older movies. I haven't actually seen that one. Maybe catch up with that sometime. Bottle Baby. Bottle Baby. Would you consider going to Pattaya in low season? In low season? Yeah, I have been to Pattaya in low season, but it's very hit and miss with regards to the weather. Last time I went in low season, it was piddling down with rain. So that it's I know it's still like lots of fun to be had there, but when it's raining all the time, it's not really much fun. Bart Simpson, Ed, you should go to Albania. I'm going to Turkey in June. Might bump into some Wongas. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, there's still plenty of Wongas out. Make no mistake about it, Turkey is an absolutely beautiful country. I think around the Fethiye area and other areas, Antalya, honestly, Turkey has got one of the most underrated landscapes. If you drive through that country on a bus, the landscape is quite phenomenal. Turkey is a beautiful country. It's the Wongas that spoil it, you know what I mean? Because all that they go for is the young bloody Turkish gigolos, you know what I mean? It's a pity that. Sean Harris, The best roller coaster you've been on. My life is a roller coaster. Let's see. I only ever went on one. I think it was the Big Dipper in Blackpool. And it was all right. It was all right. Let's see. McLaren F1. Mr. Eddie, how are you, handsome man? The brick wall is looking great on my TV and you're not disappearing into it. Have you been fine tuning your green screen software? Well, not really. I've got a green screen at the back and some, it's not perfect. I haven't properly smoothed it out, but for the most part, it does the job. So nice to hear from you anyway. David Coleman, Eddie, you were so right about the rainforest. It was so damn hot and rained like hell at night. I would not go back. Yeah, it's. I'll tell you what I did in the rainforest. I went on a nighttime little, boat, a kayak sort of thing, with the guide in the rainforest, in the backwaters of the rainforest, and it was a clear night because you could see the moon shining through the trees, and it was really, really, really airy. And there were other people on that little boat as well, other nationalities. Now, we all know that the rainforest has a lot of spiders, and the big spiders are not necessarily the worst ones. And earlier that day, we were in the rainforest, and the guide had said, look at that spider there on that tree. It was only a little one, but it was, the guide said, that is a poisonous spider. If that bites you, you will be dead within, minutes and whatever. And I thought, my God, so it's not necessarily the big spiders that are the most dangerous ones. Sometimes those little ones can be. Well, anyway, I was on the backwater of the Amazon of a night time, looking for crocodiles. The guy was the guide was at his torch. He was saying, "See the lights over there? That's a crocodile over there. Let's get a bit closer. Let's get a bit closer. Crocodile." And it was all very, very tense. The idea that we might come across, because a little rowing boat, it was basically, we might come across some crocodiles, and then softbollocks here. All of a sudden, I got alarmed because bearing in mind what he said about that poisonous spider earlier on, I seen a spider running around in the rowing boat. I went, I'm still whatever. And everyone, sit down, you idiot! We're going to bloody water, and there's crocodiles in there. So I kind of overreacted to that spider, but we're looking for crocodiles 1 minute, and this bloody spider might just come and bite me, and I could be dead within minutes. So it's all very, very precarious. But yeah, Brazil, the Amazon rainforest, well worth a look. Well worth a look. Tulip, would you try hitchhiking or backpacking? Well, I've done the second one, independent traveling, really. Hitchhiking. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't hitchhike on the motorway once. Afterwards, realised it was illegal. We've got to train to Darlington, to the cement truck pit. Is it? No, I hitched back to from Wales to Liverpool once, but that was about it. In terms of foreign countries, especially in places like South America, hitchhiking's not recommended because the wrong people might pick you up, especially in somewhere like Brazil. I mean, you wouldn't go hitchhiking in Brazil. I mean, a wealthy foreigner, what was perceived as a wealthy foreigner, they pick you up. The next thing you bloody kidnap, So no, I would. I'd be careful about hitchhiking. Let's see. Paul Oscar, you don't see anyone wearing a sock and an elastic band on the beach. Okay. Seamus Doherty, now that you're off the drink, you should visit Saudi Arabia. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Is that an exciting place? Kamasuki, Tokyo and Bangkok are two of my favorite cities. Are they really? Are they really? Well, I've been one out of the two. David Coleman, I have to do a stop in Tokyo. I might stay a few days, but not many people speak English. I hear it's very hard to get around. I've never really, been that enthusiastic about going to Japan for some reason. I don't really know why. Maybe, I might go there in one of these days and be surprised. Kipax would like to. Kipax would like to go to Tokyo. The Fonz Prime Burger is good. They have one in Central Festival as well. Really, really. I've heard there's some good food there in Central Festival. Bart Simpson, I met Holly's brother. He runs the Beatles tour in Liverpool. Magical Mystery Tour. Okay, that's probably well worth a visit. Yeah, Martin Wright, Japan is full of weirdo fetish, but yeah, okay. So that sounds like my kind of place. No, just kidding. Hard chill. We walked on the motorway for over 3 hours to Rotherham. The two of us realised that we weren't equipped to get to Johannesburg, Africa being the second largest continent. At Rotherham, we went home by bus. From Rotherham to Johannesburg, that'd be a long hitchhiking journey. I think that would. No, I wouldn't recommend hitchhiking if you're in third world countries. Definitely not. Russ Thomas. Hey Ed, are you off the booze? Are you still off the booze? Yeah, I'm off the booze permanently. I'm off the booze permanently, and indefinitely until perhaps I'm in a hot sunny climate somewhere. Toby Price, Udon Thani would be good. Would be good. Well, I've heard you that if I was going to visit any small town in Thailand, I think Udon Thani would be the one. I just never got around with that. Around to it. Sean, I disagree with you about Chiang Mai. A little bit of a disappointment. Well, there are a lot of people who love Chiang Mai, though. It's always had a very, very strong expat community. I've never really understood why, because I always thought expats want to be by the sea, really. But some other people seem to like it a lot. Let's see, Citizen Mikey, David Coleman, high Wi-Fi, and lots of people speak English in Shinju and whatever in Tokyo. Really? Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Boxing 14, join later. Time to avoid the royal family chat. Last night was boring. We're not talking about the royal family tonight. We've done that. We've done that anyway. Paul Hoskin, me Tarzan Eugene. Okay. Stephen West. Oh dear. I don't mean you, Steve. There's probably a lot of really good Steves in this world. It's just not the ones that I've met. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to try. The only problem with this is the volume. The only problem is the volume. Now I'm going to have to work on getting a microphone because the phone in was probably not a bad idea, and I'll develop it for these streams. But obviously the microphone, I'll put it on speaker. It's obviously not very good, but we'll give it a go anyway. See what happens. I'll do that in a minute. Let's just have a little look at this first of all. Yeah, Kipax. Yeah, Kipax. People compare everything to Pattaya, and you will not find another city like it in Thailand. Yeah, there's nowhere like Pattaya. Places in the north like Nan Mai, Rai, Pai, or Udon are amazing, but nothing like Pattaya. Well, one of them that I would like to go to, I'd like to go to Chiang Rai because I've heard that that's worth a visit. I've never actually been to that one. Isan Man is here. Now, Isan knows all about Udon Thani. There is an ongoing project to turn Udon Thani into a walkable green model city. Lots of road line and trees going in, and new sidewalks being made. Okay, really, oh, that sounds good. Nice to hear from Isan Man lives in Udon Thani, so he's got some great information on the place. David Coleman, I didn't want to cry, but I had to pay 1,500 Canadian dollars on my tea today. That's a lot of dosh. It came out of my travel savings. That's a lot of bar girls. Jesus Christ. That's dreadful. See, also, I haven't been a dentist for years. Maybe because the dentist showed me to do something that I've never done before. Flossing my teeth. As well as brushing my teeth, I always floss them. and that's why I've never really had a problem really. Paul Hoskin, he's an expert. His place in Germany that made pitaya same. Really? Yeah, but you've got to be careful. The beauty about pitaya, and and Phuket as well, is that even in the go-go bars, they're really amazingly straight with you. They are straight. Providing you use your common sense, you're not going to get ripped off. Whereas in places like Germany, Hamburg, and places like that, you can so easily you slip up, you will get ripped off there. So yeah, you got to be careful in those countries. Let's see. Okay. Ah, chill. Ed, have you ever experienced an earthquake? My father did in Japan. He worked in the shipyards, a blast inspector there, and in other countries. I've never experienced an earthquake, but I did miss one once. I had a place in Fethiye in Turkey, and there had been an earthquake in the summer there, and I forgot all about it. And when I went to my place in Fethiye, I'd kept it locked up. I went in there, and a lot of the furniture, the ornaments had turned round the other way. What the hell's happened there? And then I remembered there'd been an earthquake. Oh well, I missed it. Okay, let's see now. Let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna. Yeah, Damon, say, Ed, have you ever considered going to Hawaii? I visited a few years ago. I'd love to go to Hawaii. Great thing about it is that you can go to many islands, Maui, etc. Definitely recommend it. Now, Hawaii, well, it's a long way from the coast of America. I would imagine that's quite pricey that one. But I'm sure it's quite spectacular. I'm sure it's a spectacular place. Good for you anyway, Damon. Ian Bowden, if you find a cockroach in your hotel room, do you have to kill it or remove it before you can go to sleep? Well, what do you do? I must admit, it depends where it is. If it's in the bathroom, I mean, really, cockroaches come out in the bathroom when you get the lights off, and as soon as you switch the light on, all of a sudden, they're there in the darkness, and then they'll disappear down the drain again. So no real problem. But if I found one crawling on the bed, then that's it. Splat. Yeah. End of cockroach. Yeah, David Coleman hitchhiked in Jamaica. It was so much fun. It was good for you, man. Good for you. Oh, yeah, RJF. I've got a super chat here. Thank you, RJF, 720 Canadian. Tokyo is amazing. It's not like Southeast Asia. It's more castles and scenery, but like 10 times better than any trip you do in Europe. Really? Well, that sounds wonderful. That sounds wonderful. Okay, I'll definitely, one of these days, you never know. It might be on the list. Okay, thanks anyway, Arda. Thanks, RJ. Thanks for that super chat. Super chat. Sean Harris, Burger King or Mackie D's. McDonald's definitely. Even though I had a bad experience last time in Phuket, Burger King. That's a place where I go there about every 4 years, and then when I have a Burger King, I then realise why it's been 4 years since I had the last one. They're not nice. Definitely not nice. Citizen Mikey, I couldn't visit the rainforest. I'd say the only snake I ever seen was in where was it? Costa Rica. I seen a snake. I was going to a national park and I seen a snake there. I didn't see any snakes in the rainforest. Seen spiders though. Yeah, boxing 14. Ed, do you think women know why guys said find it so? Ed, do you think women know why guys said find it so hard to be faithful? Men and women view the world differently. Guys understand that, but women don't seem to want to understand men. Oh, I think it's a bit of both, really. I mean, that's a massive, a massive subject, isn't it? But I mean, nowadays the thing is, I think that couples are less likely to stay together again now because there's so many other opportunities out there that we never had years ago. I mean, men can bugger off to Thailand and get a nice exotic young female. Women can bugger off to Turkey and get a nice exotic young male. I mean, they don't have to stay together anymore, do they? Let's see, boxing 14. Who's your favourite stand-up comedian? I like Bernard Manning a lot, but I must admit Chubby Brown's one of my favourites. I do love Chubby Brown. I mean, he's just a natural. He's a bit over the top, but he is absolutely he is absolutely yeah. Chubby Brown's absolutely. I've only just noticed this. Chubby Brown's wonderful. Is that Chubby Brown there? I don't actually know who that is or what he's saying really. So, but hello, whoever you are. Ed hasn't seen it yet. Okay, I don't know what that is really. Yeah, looks. Hi, Eddie. Looking good since you stopped drinking. You've lost weight. Can see it in your face. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks a lot. Right, I've seen. Okay, what is this exactly? What is it? I don't actually know what this guy's saying. But if you're enjoying the show out there, good for you, mate. Anyway. Okay, this is all getting a bit bizarre. Anyway, yeah, Ian Barnes says not much seems to go on in Chiang Rai except for three main temples and a fab flower place. It's not. It's all about hills outside the city. I think Chiang Mai has loads more to see and do. Okay, okay, that's fine. That's fine. That sounds fine. But I've heard good reviews about it. Let me see. Let's see, McLaren F1 race. Hey, Ed, how about a bit of StreamYard action? You can get 6 or 8 of us on at once. Then what could possibly go wrong? Everything. I mean, the thing is, the thing is, I mean, when I have guests on, sometimes the viewing figures actually go down, but believe it or not. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to try and do a little bit of a phone in. I'm going to try and do a little bit of a phone in, but in a moment, give it an attempt. But in the meantime, squeaky door time. Okay, back anyway. Where did I just say? Where did I just see that? Did I just miss that one? Kipax, yeah, okay. Yeah. David Coleman, I don't know ladyboys phone in and say, I say whatever they bloody want, really. I don't care, really. I'm thick skinned. As long as it's nothing that defames people. Barry from EastEnders, have a charity auction, put up for sale the squeaky door, pork pie selection, your final beer can, and that lovely black hoodie with the dragon on. Oh yeah, that would be absolutely. Sounds bloody that sounds bloody good. It's having a hot chocolate. I believe in miracles. Yeah, I'm having another hot chocolate. Okay, so I'm gonna give this number. I don't really see why not. If anyone wants to phone in, let me just ask something. Should we? Somebody mentioned that some of the topics that we're talking about on here are too political. We're talking too much about politics. Well, if you actually go back over the streams, you'll see that we're talking about a variety of things on this channel. But somebody said no more politics. It gets too heavy. Talk about light-hearted subjects. So, what kind of? I'll just put on the screen now. What kind of subjects would you like us to talk about on this channel? There you go. So, what kind of subject would you or subjects would you like us to talk about on this channel? Because someone said I thought last night's stream was okay, but other people, somebody said, we basically, getting too much politics stuff and all that. I'm not going to be talking about politics all the time because you can switch on any news channel and see that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Let's see. Mark Ryder, he's got the hot. No, sorry, Martin Ryder, he's got the hots for Penny Mordaunt. McLaren F1 race. The life and times of David Cameron. Eugene Vincent films. Yeah, no, I could talk about that. Really, what I need to do is start getting some, film stuff uploaded to the screen. I've already done that before. Let's see. David Combs is going to get the small size condoms in Thailand. Oh, okay. Mark Alex, subject quantum computing processing using qubits. I don't think I'm too knowledgeable about that, but thanks anyway, Mark. Nice to hear from you anyway. Sean Harris, movies, TV girls, travel jokes. Okay, okay. The Stoic. What I love most is your reviews on restaurants, tips, etc. from Southeast Asia. But I love the rest too, Eddie. Okay, thank you. Stephen Tutty, yeah, we can talk about food and diet. Okay, I've got a little question to come up with that one. But I'll put that number on the screen anyway. And if anyone wants to phone in, we'll say whatever you want to say, whatever you want to say. If you want to phone up and say that I'm an ugly bastard with a funny accent, then by all means, you know what I mean. As long as it's nothing defamatory to people. Ian Bowden. Let's see, Ian Bowden, politics and current affairs, Ed. Fun banter is good, though here and there, but I love trying to put the world to right in the chat. Okay, absolutely, because I think people there's issues that people feel strongly about, and we got the right subject, then it that it really then it really it's a no. Damon, travel and personal experiences and thoughts on recommendations. That sounds good. That sounds good. We talk about things other than travel on this channel, but I know travel is included, definitely. That seems really popular. Let's see. McLaren F1 race. How about holiday mishaps? I did a big one recently. Did you? Okay, good for you, mate. Anyway. Chaz Brown, best value holiday destinations. Well, I haven't been to every country on the planet, and the thing is, I'd need to be bang up to date with every country on the planet to really. But obviously, people here. I mean, some of these already recommended Albania and Macedonia as being great value. So yeah, absolutely. You know, Sean Harris, remember overrated or underrated? Okay, we'll bring some of that stuff back. We'll bring some of that stuff back. Martin Ryder, topic, what is the correct method? Is the correct method of tossing a refrigerator out the window? The correct method is don't get high as a kite beforehand. That Italian guy who caused that ruckus in Soy Diana, Soy Bacau area, he was definitely high as a kite on something, and I can't believe it was just wacky backy. Okay, so anyway, let's get that off the screen for a minute. Okay, let's see. So how about this? Now I've recently given up the beer. I've started drinking a lot of those low calorie drinks and other stuff. But this is it. It seems that doesn't matter what you can eat or drink, what you eat or drink. There's always someone who'll say, no, don't eat or drink that. It'll kill you. You know what I mean? So the question is, there you go. There you go. Do you say no to the people who say a particular food is bad for you? Because I mean, I seem to recall a lot of this become really trendy in the 1980s. I think it arises. Do you remember Edwina Curry? Edwina Curry, who said, the health minister, who said that a lot of the eggs are infected with salmonella, and this word salmonella came out a lot in the 1980s. All of a sudden, everyone was saying that this is bad for you, that's bad for you. If you took notice to everyone, you'd bloody starve to death. So, I mean, do you really take notice to all of that stuff? Ugh. Well, this is hot chocolate. I've heard someone saying hot chocolate is bad for you. Let's see. Sean has different types of pork pie. Okay. Boxing 14. All advice is good advice, but do your own research. Absolutely. There is absolutely nothing that you can eat or drink that someone won't say, that's got such a chemical in it, that's bad for you, or that's crap, or whatever. I mean, I think that this all came out around about the 1980s. Martin Ryder, how did John Major get it up with Edwina Curry? Apparently, they were shagging each other. I think it was before he was Prime Minister. But she was the one who revealed it. So he wasn't that dull after all, was he? Yeah, let's see. Charles Oliver. The fools who tell you what to eat or not can go and get food. Okay, good for you, mate, anyway. The real Dutch Farang. I'm suspicious of people who say eating meat is bad. It's like they don't want us humans to be stronger and superior. Yeah, that's a good theory. I mean, red meat. I've heard plenty of people saying red meat is bad for you. I like a nice steak, especially a big daddy steak. But I mean, I've heard plenty of people saying it's bad for you. Hard tulip. Donald Trump today. A woman won 5 million in damages in court. Really, I don't know about that. I haven't actually switched the news on today. Ian Bowden, no, my common sense dictates to me what I should and shouldn't eat. Little of what you fancy is fine. I do eat a fair amount of healthy stuff, but a bit of rubbish too. You've got to have a little bit. You've got to have a little bit of fun. I mean, I've recently been having a nice ice cream, you know, a Magnum or a Cornetto after my meal, and I love it. You know, maybe it's possible. It's possible. What they say about those low calorie drinks, encouraging you to you know, get more sugary foods from elsewhere. You know, I am eating a bit more ice cream, you know, a nice Magnum or yeah, you know, a Cornetto. I am eating it on a chalk ice. So maybe there's a little bit of truth in that. I don't know. David Eisenberg, nice to hear from you. Yeah, here's one. Sean Harris. They keep changing. Butter was bad, now it's good. Coffee was bad, now it's good. Full fat milk, good. Media keeps changing. Absolutely. And what it is, there's only one bloody food that I've ever heard of. Well, what I would say if you include apples. The other one's lemon. I mean, I've never ever heard anyone that says that lemons are bad for you. So we all just should we all just eat bloody nothing but lemons and apples? Oh, that's nice there. Stephen Sotty, eating too much of anything is bad for you. Okay. Mark Oleg. Let's see. Mark, I stopped drinking the diet soda years ago. It's not good for a person. My favorite drink is coffee with heavy cream. And in the morning, I drink some unsweetened almond milk and water. Well, that sounds nice. That sounds bloody good. I've never ever put cream in my coffee. I mean, I buy milk for the coffee. I tank up a coffee early on in the day. But that sounds lovely. That, yeah, good for you anyway, mate. Thanks for that info. Let's see. Kipax, I just eat a balanced diet. Good for you, mate. Martin Ryder, off to drink a bottle of red with the wife. Have a good week. Okay, have a nice evening anyway, Martin. Let's see. Chaz Brown, whatever you buy in a supermarket is full of chemicals. The key is to find food with the least chemicals, additives, or organic if you can afford it. Okay, well, that makes sense. That makes sense. Let's see, David Eisenberg. Try anything once. If you do not like it, do not have it again. And one of the worst foods, and one that I can believe, and it played a big part in Elvis's downfall. One of the worst foods for you is got to be peanut butter. I mean, that is, you know, apparently peanut butter sandwiches was Elvis's favorite peanut. I can believe that is bad for you. Peanut butter, massive amount of cholesterol and all that kind of stuff. So I would never ever eat peanut butter again, even though it's nice. Mark Ollick, Robert De Niro reveals he is a dad again at 79. A representative of the actor confirmed the news. Oh, good for him anyway. I wouldn't begrudge Robert De Niro anything. I mean, Robert De Niro is wonderful. I mean, he's probably the greatest actor of the last couple of generations. So congratulations to him. I love Robert De Niro. Barry Harmon. How long do you think you will stay off the beer, Eddie? But you're looking fresh and healthy. Staying off the beer, I'm off the beer indefinitely. The only question mark is when I go abroad in a hot climate, you know, but I'll cross that bridge when I come up. But for now, there's no beer coming in the home. I'm drinking hot chocolate here. And it's lovely. It's lovely. Sean Harris, I think you should eat what you want as long as you don't overindulge. Okay, fine, thank you. Whatever. Is he kidding me? Too much lemons give you cancer. You're the first person I've ever seen anything bad about lemons. I mean, lemon is the pure innocent thing that you can eat that no one has a bad word about. But you told me that. Oh my God Almighty. Chaz Brown, have you noticed the increasing amount of plant-based food in supermarkets, usually in the frozen aisles? It's all hard. I think that really puts me off any food. When I look at the menu and I look at the ingredients, I think, it's plant-based. That's the way eating plants. Bloody, I'm not a rabbit. You know what I mean? I don't eat plants or grass or anything like that. Damon, okay, okay. Okay, Damon, thank you for that super chat. I really do appreciate that, Damon. A little towards the that's crap for your fund. Life is way too short to enjoy every moment. Thank you for that, Damon. Thanks for that super chat. Much appreciated, mate. Let's see. Wanderer, steak is bad for the cow. Couldn't get less. Okay. Charles Oliver, too much citric acid is bad for your teeth and kidneys. Citric acid, that doesn't sound very, very nice. Sean Harris, custard slice or chocolate eclair? Oh, do you know what? I mean, in a perfect world, I'd love to eat both of those, but I don't eat stuff like that. I do have an ice cream a day, but custard slice or chocolate eclair, I think you're going a bit overboard. I mean, that's asking to put on weight. That is. Let's see. Yeah, Buxton said you need time to research and gather from studies. That's why initial assumptions have been proven wrong. I.e., butter is fine, but margarine is not. Well, I heard years ago that butter is bad for you because the word is ditch the butter. It may taste better, but margarine is better for you. Butter has got too much cholesterol in it, and now I'm hearing the total opposite. You just don't know. Mark Alec, eat as much as you like, just don't swallow it. Steve Burns, that's well, I don't trust Steve's anyway. No, that's not kidding. No, Ken, a lot of Steves that I've met are untrustworthy. But that sounds good. Eat as much as you like, just don't swallow it. Apparently, there was a famous boxer who did that, Archie something god or other. Apparently, he did that. His plate was to keep his weight down. He'd have a meal, but he wouldn't swallow it, and his plate looked very, very interesting after he'd had a meal. Thanks for that info, anyway. Barry from EastEnders, peanut butter is good for you. There's no actual butter in it, just peanuts. Well, I don't know about that. I mean, I think it's what I've heard is that it's one of the worst foods for giving you a heart attack. To be honest with you, for your cholesterol. Yeah, Harry Holt. Peanut butter made with saturated fats is bad. You can get an alternative version, which is great to add to shakes. Okay. Yeah, Eddie says peanut butter has no cholesterol. Cholesterol comes from animals. Okay. Yeah, David Coleman, I do not eat hot dogs. But what is in them? Yeah, exactly. A hot dog. I mean, what is in a hot dog? I mean, is that really sausage meat? It doesn't taste like a sausage. I mean, it doesn't taste like a sausage. I mean, one of the worst sausages that you can have is the ones that you get in Thailand. If you stay in a hotel that serves breakfast, if they include sausages, those bloody so-called sausages that they have are awful. They're like hot dogs, and they're awful. Mark Ollig, you don't know what's in them. Okay, fair enough. I'm not going to eat any more hot dogs. Sean Harris, whenever I try to eat healthy, people seem to turn up with donuts or biscuits. It's almost like they know. Okay. Boxing, peanut butter is fine, just depends on the kind. My protein peanut butter is scrumptious. Okay, fair enough. Let's see. Mark Allen, my son's girlfriend is a vegan. I love my beef, chicken, and fish. Well, I love all of those things, especially beef and chicken. Fish. I mean, I should eat more fish, but the thing is, I don't know. It's a bit of a chore, really. Really, I'm not really a big fan of fish, to be honest with you. Let's see. Let's see. Kiki and Jasmine, do you eat fish? Not as much as I should. I mean, the thing is that when I buy fish, I've got to eat it within a certain time limit, and it's like a chore, really. I should eat more, but oily fish. It's supposed to be good for you. Mark Alec says 100% whole wheat bread. Oh, that sounds lovely. I like Warburton's bread. That's one thing that I can't give up is Warburton's bread. Okay, anyway, Ian Brown, lamb doner is tasty as hell, but what is in it? Well, you get a nice lamb doner from that place in LK Metro, don't you? Mark Alec, after I turned 60, I had to stop eating peanuts, began to have a bad reaction to it. Actually, nuts are said to be good for you. They're one of the best foods for cholesterol. But I know some people do have a bad reaction to them. But the problem with eating nuts is that they're actually quite high in calories. And I have a problem that when I start eating them, I can't stop. Let's see. Ian Barton, processed food must be worst. Too many preservatives in it. Yeah, absolutely. So anyway, where are we now? Where are we now? Okay, so we said our piece on that one anyway. Okay, so coming to an hour and 24 minutes. Yeah, let's see. Damon says, I introduced a hot dog to my Thai partner. She loves a hot dog now. I met a Filipino girl who put on weight very, very quickly, and she loved the hot dogs. Mark Oleg, I used to eat peanuts shelled. I think don't we call them monkey nuts? But they're nice. They're nice. The real Dutch Farang says, do you think kebabs are too expensive in Pattaya? Well, I wouldn't say it's that they're too expensive. I'd say that they're not very nice. You're struggling to find a decent one. Anyway, let's just say if I can get this number out anyway. If anybody wants to phone that number. Now, the other night, let's see, the other night, come here a minute, where are you going? There you go. The other night, I experimented with a phone, and I've got my mobile phone now. I know I should use a better system, a better system. This seemed okay. It's just that the volume wasn't pretty good. So we'll give it another go, see what happens. I know the volume wasn't good the other night, but if anyone wants to phone the number and call me a twat or say something interesting, feel free to do so anyway. But don't say anything defamatory about people or anything illegal or anything like that. Yeah. Marco says Tandra came on the other night and she was a really, really, really good guest. She was really good. It's a pity that I will find a way if I see an interest with the phone in, find a way to increase the volume. To increase the phone. And by the way, as you know, anyone who's phoned from abroad is going to pay a high price. But if you if you phone from England, it's just regular price of the phone call, whatever you normally pay. Maybe Lisa Dale might phone in and tell us about her recent gangbangs and all that kind of stuff. Bottle baby, I hear pussy is organic. Okay. Let's see. He wants to do. I don't know who this is. I actually don't know who that is. Somebody sent me a text there. We'll phone up anyway. Phone up. Let's see. Okay, Marco, the rotary dial on my phone needs collaboration. Okay, David David Coleman, would anyone eat Lisa? Jesus, I'd rather eat a bloody cow pat. I'd rather eat something that a cow has left behind. Well, she is a cow anyway. Yeah, Sergio, Eddie, is the number on WhatsApp? I can't call international. No, it's not. What? It's just a regular. It's on EE. It's a regular phone. If you just want to phone in, we'll start. I'll get into the swing of things, and we'll get the phone in going. We will get a phone in on this show, but let's just experiment with what we've got here now. I had 2 calls the other night, and they were, they were good calls, but it's just that the volume was very, very low. So we'll see how it goes anyway. Yeah, let's see. Lisa Dale, somebody's phoning in now. Somebody's phoning in now. It looks like a foreign. Let's see. That one there was a missed call. I don't know how the hell we done that. I don't know how that happened. That was a missed call. That was. We got a missed call there anyway. Okay. Yeah, the real. Yeah, I think Ian Barton, I think we are all a bit shy, Ed. Okay. The real Dutch Farang says, Eddie, my prison won't allow international calls. Let's see. Marco, the US operator is sending my call to Canada. I have StreamYards on here, and anyone who's on Facebook, get in touch with me on Facebook. Okay, now who is this now? Hello? Hello? Yes.
Are you okay?
Am I okay?
Yes.
I'm all right, yeah, I'm okay, doing okay, yeah. What is your name, please?
David Marchant.
Oh, you phoned the other night, didn't you, David? You phoned the other night.
Else seems to be keen.
Yeah, they're a bit shy, really. They're a bit shy, really. I think people are a bit suspicious. Well, what's this all about? It's quite innocuous. This is me with a pay-as-you-go phone. It's in England, and if anyone wants to phone up, they'll be paying their English what they normally pay for the normal phone calls in England. There's no prizes or anything like that. So are you enjoying the show tonight, or do you think it's crap?
It's been very, very good. And last night.
Yeah, okay, that's good. I mean, what do you think of the topics that we're talking about? Because somebody said last night's topics were too political.
Well, what isn't political if you look at it?
Yeah, I mean, the things. I mean, I wouldn't go down the road of just talking about politics, especially English politics, but I think it's things that we need to think about. Because you switch on the news and it's full of all the same claptrap. But sometimes, if it affects us personally, as in like the Prime Minister spending £500,000 of the taxpayers' money on flying around the world, then I think that's something that we need to talk about. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I've got one for you, Eddie.
Yeah.
What was your favourite TV advert from the 70s?
My favourite TV advert? Oh, geez, now I'm going to start singing. Now I'm going to start. I'll tell you what, from the 1970s, when I went to Romania last year, Romania, I went for the first time in my life to Luton Airport. I flew to Budapest from Luton Airport, and I thought about the Campari commercial with Lorraine Chase. Remember that one?
Yes.
The beautiful Lorraine Chase, beautiful girl, but with a Cockney voice. And didn't the other smarmy get say to her, my dear, did you waft here on a cloud from paradise? She says, no, Luton Airport.
Yeah.
So that was a memorable one, definitely.
That was excellent.
Yeah. And how about you? What was your favourite?
I used to like the Cadbury Smash.
What with the robots?
Yes.
There's somebody who comes in the chat called Smash, and he uses the image of the robots. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one. All them.
Yeah.
Laughing at the people with the potatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how about the chimpanzees? You know, the PG Tips advert.
They were marvellous.
They were brilliant. They were brilliant. I mean, you know, the moving furniture and what one of the chimps says, Dad, do you know the piano's on my foot? His dad says, "You are my son. I'll play it." Okay, yeah. I wonder absolutely.
It was just some excellent adverts in the 70s.
Oh, some of them were better than the programs. Absolutely wonderful. And also, you know, the legendary "Try a Taste of Martini," the most beautiful. I mean, I thought that if I got a bottle of martini, I might end up flying a helicopter and going through Monaco on a bloody speedboat. Unfortunately, it takes a bit more than that.
Yeah, there's Campari for that.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, Campari, what was it? Yeah.
Yeah. You don't get them no more, do you? I don't think they're allowed, or they just advertise alcohol.
Oh, I'm not so sure they're allowed to. I don't know what to do. I think alcohol adverts is banned, isn't it? And also the Carlin Black Label ads were pretty good. They were quite good fun. Yeah, someone's.
Later on, I used to like the John Smiths.
Oh, the John Smiths, yeah, the John Smiths, yeah. Yeah. Oh, with Peter Kay.
Yeah.
I think I'd stop watching TV by then. I think I'd go back further than that. I go back to the 70s. I kind of stopped watching TV once it got to like the 1990s.
Good choice.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Yeah. Let's see. Mark Ian Brown was saying your voice had is twice as loud as the callers. Maybe you can tweak that issue a bit. Well, I'll work on it. Tamra says, "Oh, that's better. It just got louder." Okay.
And also, I can go back as far as the milk tray adverts in the 60s.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, I remember. Oh, because the lady loves milk. Do you know something, David? When Pierce Brosnan became the new James Bond, I went to see that film at the cinema. What was it called? What was it? GoldenEye. Excellent movie with Pierce Brosnan. And people were excited that Pierce Brosnan was playing the new James Bond. And when I watched that movie, I thought, I'm sure they bloody copied this on the milk tray man. Because when he wore black, he looked more like the milk tray man than James Bond. That was just my opinion anyway.
Well, wasn't the guy who played on Her Majesty's Secret Service, wasn't he the original milk tray guy?
He was in a chocolate commercial. I don't know if it was milk tray, but he was in a chocolate advert, wasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember his name now.
George Lazenby. Yeah, George Lazenby. Yeah.
And I think that's how he got it for the action man, sort of.
Yeah. He did. He did have it. You know, he kind of. I think he was a male model to begin with. I mean, I actually thought in that movie on Her Majesty's Secret Service, he was a bit of a bore, really, wasn't he? He didn't have really much acting ability, but he looked the part, really.
Yeah.
So, who's your favorite Bond girl?
Oh my word! Oh, just too many.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd have to try them one by one, Eddie, to see if they're still alive.
Yeah.
Just to get, so I wouldn't be biased. I've got to be fair to all the Bond girls.
Yeah.
And give them all equal opportunity.
Oh, that's an equal opportunity Bond girl. That sounds terrific. I mean, but someone's saying Charles Oliver is saying on the top. I think that was Zania on the top, played by the beautiful Fanky Jansen. Fanky Jansen, I think her name was.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I also liked it.
Like the blonde girl in From Russia with Love.
Oh, I can't remember her name either, but she was beautiful, absolutely wonderful, absolutely. Yeah, and I love the blonde girl out of Goldeneye as well. She was absolutely quite amazing. But I think Madeline Smith, she only had a small part in the film in Live and Let Die, the first Roger Moore Bond movie. But Madeline Smith, anything that she's in, would always be one of my favourites.
Yeah, she's absolutely stunning, wasn't she?
Absolutely. Absolutely. London Cab Thailand says Raquel Wells. I don't believe she was ever a Bond girl, but she was a sexy sex. Hey, Neil's answering your question. Best advert: the polar bear singing like Elvis for Cresto fizzy drink. It's frothy, man.
Yeah.
Remember that? Was it Cresta? Did what one of the voices on the Cresta advert wasn't it? Didn't it sound like Telly Savalas?
Yeah.
I seem to recall something like that. Anyway, so anyway.
You know, I've got a friend who lives a few miles away.
Yes, yeah.
And he's got the original polar bear from the Fox's Glassy and Mint advert.
Really, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He paid a good bit of money for it.
Yeah.
5 figures. But he's got it in his passageway, in his hallway.
Okay, that sounds absolutely fantastic. Mark Oliver saying, "Who loves you, baby?" That was Telly Savalas's favourite line. Yeah.
I like Kojak. I did like Kojak.
Yeah. David Coleman is saying, "Well, I guess it will just be people in England calling it. If it was free, I'd call from." Well, we'll get something sorted out anyway. So if anyone wants to, message me, I'll put out a post and your suggestions for how best to do the phone in, then you're welcome to do it.
And I've got a debate going on in my head.
Yes.
What do you reckon? Should I go and pay, because he's in my city next month?
Yeah.
To go and see Peter Gabriel.
Which stadium did you say that was again?
It's the Nottingham Ice Arena.
To see Peter Gabriel. Do you know, I haven't heard of Peter Gabriel for a long time. I wasn't sure when he was still performing, but he's a legend, isn't he? I mean, to actually see Peter Gabriel, I must admit, David, I mean, I really, really admire a lot of those classic rock stars like the Stones and McCartney and Peter Gabriel. He was a legend. I mean, to actually see him on stage would be absolutely wonderful. But I'm not really... I'm not really. I wouldn't want to see old age pensioners prancing around the stage in silly trousers. I mean, when you see the Rolling Stones do it at Glastonbury a few years ago, I thought, my God Almighty, it's up to you, isn't it? I mean, McCartney.
Yeah, I'm just having a debate with myself. Is it worth it? Should I go? Should I not go?
Yeah.
It's years.
Yeah.
Years since I've seen Peter Gabriel.
Mark Alex said
1973.
Well, he was with Genesis then, yeah?
Yeah, I've seen Genesis.
Oh, I'm old school. I love the original Genesis. I mean, I know Phil Collins, his version was pretty good, but I mean the original Genesis, absolutely wonderful. I mean Phil Collins did say that when the early Genesis, I mean, it really appealed to spotty grammar school boys, really. But when Phil Collins, he tapped into the more romantic side of things, and that's why they went much bigger. But for me, it's the Peter Gabriel Genesis all the way. Mark Alex says, yeah, oh, wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. And even the earlier Trespass, they're very, very... Yeah, one of the most underrated albums ever. Absolutely wonderful, amazing. And the guitarist in that was fantastic. Mark Alex says Peter Gabriel is 73, so he's still got, if he's still got life left in him, then by all means.
Yeah, he's 10 years older than me.
He's 10 years older than you. Okay, that's fair. I'm sure.
As you can imagine, I was brought up early 70s stuff and all that.
Yeah.
Genesis, I was a huge fan. Always have been.
Absolutely.
And Harold the Barrel of Nursery Crime.
Oh, no, yeah, Nursery, absolutely wonderful. Musical Box is one of my favourite tunes from them. Charles Oliver, Genesis had many great artists that came out of that group. Yeah, they did, absolutely. Oh, they were I love the 70s progressive rock. I mean, I can still listen to a lot of that even now. Absolutely amazing. Stephen Tutty says this is a brilliant conversation. Okay.
Did you ever see Hawkwind?
I never seen Hawkwind. No, I never seen Hawkwind. I'd like to.
I will see him. You know what? 3 years ago, it was just before COVID, the year before COVID.
Yes.
Hawkwind were playing at Butlins in Skegness.
Okay.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah. But Hawkwind were playing at Butlins in Skegness. Oh my God. I mean, usually at holiday camps, you tend to get you know, those one-hit wonder people. I mean, I've seen like a one-hit wonder at a holiday camp once from the 70s. Do you ever remember Billy, Don't Be a Hero? They actually turned up at a holiday camp. I wouldn't have thought that a progressive rock band would turn up there.
No, I was like shocked.
Yeah.
Thought, you know, I cannot imagine Lenny being on stage at Butlins. I know he wasn't with Hawkwind still.
Okay.
But when I saw Hawkwind in the prime,
yeah.
He was.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I love me prog rock and all that, me King Crimson. And,
yeah. Sounds fancy. Oh, that was a marvelous era. I'd like to see that, you know, making a comeback. I mean, in the mid 90s, 60s music made a comeback, you know, briefly with Oasis and Blair and all of that. I'd like to see the progressive rock make a comeback. I really, really would. So anyway, I don't
think they've got the musicians today and the writers.
Well, it's a different scenario now. I mean, the thing is nowadays when you go to any nightlife venue, the music now is all dumpty. You know whatever. That's the music. Mark Hollis likes the original Hollies band. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely fantastic.
Brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely.
The stuff I like is so individual.
Yes.
I mean, I like Lou Reed.
Lou Reed, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, very much a maverick, wasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. Totally on his own out there. You know, fantastic. Okay. Even like Neil Young, we used to love Neil Young.
Oh, Neil Young's wonderful, absolutely wonderful, a marvelous artist. Absolutely. Yeah. Anyway, Ian Barden says you should put the caller's name on the screen for the duration of the chat. Anyway, this is David we've been talking to. Now, can everybody, was that a bit louder anyway? I need to increase the volume, really, of the, you know, of the caller, but we'll work on something anyway. Anyway, people out there, if you want to phone in, a phone in would be good. It'll go down well, but any suggestions of how to operate the phone in? I mean, I'm just using a mobile phone here now, and it seems to be okay, except that obviously it isn't loud enough, really. Anyway, I'm gonna finish soon anyway. Yeah, Tamra says it got louder halfway through. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Tamra says it got louder halfway through. So anyway, listen, David, thanks for calling in anyway, and you've been really interested, and call in again by all means anyway. So I'm going to finish up this now anyway. Going to finish up this now. I've been over on an hour and 46. Okay.
At least you can mess with your volume, and you've got some idea to gauge it by.
Okay, that is terrific. Anyway, you've been a really good caller. Chaz Brown says, "Can you put the mobile closer to the mic?" It's fair enough. It's fair enough close. We'll work on it. We'll get a good system. Anyway, David, thanks for calling again. A big thanks. You've been really superstar, and people have liked you there. And call in again by all means. Anyway.
Thanks, Joe. If I've got something to say, I'll call in, or if I've got a dilemma going on, I might well do.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Thanks,
thank you, Dave. You have a lovely evening. Have a good week anyway, mate. All the best anyway.
Bye.
Cheers. Okay, so a big thanks to David there. No, that was okay. How was the volume? Chess Brown says the sound isn't bad though. Okay. Let's see. Tanda says, nice to hear, Dave. So up to now, we've had 2 callers on. We had David was the first one the other night, and Tamza. Both of them were excellent. And David's come along tonight. Now, I thought that the volume there, you should be able to hear that, but obviously it could do with being a bit louder. We'll work on it. And if anyone's got any suggestions, by all means, by all means. Yeah, Matthew Carter. David was popular. David was popular. Everyone's saying, nice one, David. So if you're out there, David, thanks for coming along. And that sounds, that went down well. Cheers, mate. Anyway. Okay. So listen, I've been on for an hour and 47 minutes. It's not perfect tonight. What we need to do is a few more big questions, all this kind of stuff. But listen, guys, I think it's possible. Might be back on Friday evening because I know, like I said, Thursday and then maybe Saturday, but I need to break it up for a couple of days. But really, Friday will probably the best evening anyway. So, you know, Matthew Cartwright is calling out. Sorry, Ian Bowden's calling out for more. Well, when the people are calling out for more, that must mean that we're doing okay. Matthew Cartwright says it's been a great stream. Okay. Anyway, guys, thanks to everyone. I'm going to finish now anyway. It's Tuesday night, so Mark Alex says Friday will be nice. Okay, we'll aim for Friday at 9 o'clock then. Friday at 9 o'clock, next stream. And if that seems like a suitable time, then we'll do that. Anyway, so in the meantime, thanks everybody for tuning in. Have a great week. We'll get it right on the night, one of these nights anyway. Okay. So good night to everybody. Have a lovely week, and I'll see you on Friday at 9 o'clock. Cheers.